I'm Riley Harvey for VCN, and this is Wednesday night's West London Cycling DR race. This is the 5th season of these races, and this is the 10th in the series that we're currently running. Straight Outta Brompton. These races put together by Dave Morrison and are well publicised. They're all over RGTDB.com, and you'll see them on Dave's own West London Cycling website and also on the RGT Facebook groups and in the Discord channels as well. The PRT handicap race that I usually cover on the Thursday evenings is taking a little break over the summer periods while a lot of the riders are out in the real world. So just covering the West London race to keep my hand in, but also to see some of the different riders that are out and about on the platform. Some of them don't come onto the PRT handicap race, and we may well be covering the West London cycling events more frequently, as we've got the REAC racing team, women's racing team, that's now starting to race more frequently, and we're hoping to be able to cover their racing over the winter period and just put a bit more of a highlight on women's cycling in the virtual world, and women's cycling in general. In association with REAC, who are really pushing to get more women on the platform and more women in cycling in general. They have got their own team. Obviously, they were just speaking about the REAC cycling team that they're covering and supporting, but they have offered, if any ladies out there are interested in getting involved with e-racing, they will offer support outside of the racing team to any ladies that are interested in getting involved, doing whatever they can to keep people in the platform and going. Just getting Jan Decker on the chat. We are on chat. If anybody's out there in virtual world watching this, if you're on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, if you send a message, it comes into one VCN headquarters chat screen and I'll respond to you. So hi Jan, good to see you watching, and Jan's giving a shout out to Ratio Racers tonight. There's 51 riders so far joined in. We've got 1 minute and 50 left till the start of this race, and no doubt Ratio will be blasting through this field. Going to be a short race tonight, 15.47 kilometers, almost entirely flat, so expecting the leaders to be finishing in the low 20-minute mark, and the guys following probably just edging closer towards the 30-minute mark. We'll try and give a shout out to all the races and keep a good eye on all of the action as it's running through. I know Jan probably has a bit more of an idea of who's in the field tonight, so who's your money on, Jan? Who are you thinking's got good showing for this race? I know Ned Bowen's usually in here. He's quite popular. Oh, Matthias Fishback. Good to see you online, Matthias. Rainy weather in southern Germany. We're still in the UK, still just enjoying the tail end of our latest heat wave. We've been having a little bit of rain, but so far in my area at least, not the thunderstorms that have been predicted. They keep on pushing those back. Getting a little bit muggy. Wouldn't mind a bit of a thunderstorm to break this mugginess, and just getting droughts declared all over the place. So hose pipe bans, I think might need it. Might need a little bit of rain to keep us going. 18 seconds and then we are off. Fast paced race. See the branding there. The latest innovation from RGT is to offer some of the event organisers the ability to brand their own races, and Dave's gone for it with his pink and blue branding that he has. You see Paul Pudell there blasting off the front with the OTR racers. Oh, trying to keep out of these trees. Moon Riders, Casavelo, your rider for Moon Riders there. Mark Rowbottom, one of the Racia racers. Front, big pack forming here. That's James Melville flying off the front there. There's his name's just popped up there. We're in the GCN kit. Melville, strong rider. Able to make surges and respond to them. D. Dixon comes around the outside and Barnett come around the outside of that corner. And Mark Rowbottom, the Racia racers there. Herdal, Rasmus Feldball in there as well. Doug Hart, Pedalers. There's some good races out tonight. Ed Bowen there, who I mentioned at the start. He's in that field. Mike Wareham. Mike Aid as well. The D. Oliver. NZ Bro. Managing to make it out. The time difference. We're going to drop back to see if there are any ladies in the field tonight. Feel. Presuming his lady, riding with the lady avatar. Tim Sinclair just mentioned that it's rainy for him too in Nottingham. Oh, and there's Mike Hyde. Oh, sorry, Mike Aids there. Silver, Lichtenson, Team 3R. Mitz, Nunez, Buckley Walters, Shields, Van Reeth, Duran. Then we've got Gaunt riding in West London's kit. That very distinctive pink and blue. Gilmore, Young, Espinosa. Witsky and Rob there. DCC and Snell. Jessica. I was saying about the React racing team, but it is obviously a West London ladies team as well. They've put in a phenomenal amount of effort into raising awareness and support for ladies racing on the RGT platform. Jessica and it's now there making use of my Cambot, the draft, Van der Laan, and then we've got West London bot, which assuming is Dave, he made himself slightly heavier than I did. Lowered his power right down there. Rob, DHH, sticky. So we're going to fly up towards the front, see how the race is getting on there. I see Pedersen leading, still quite a big pack there. There's 12 riders. Melville still in the mix. Tim Cook. 19 riders there. Tom Gakes. Sticking out like a sore thumb on his Buffalo bike there. Mark Rowbottom still in the mix. Wouter Clace. Towards the back of this pack now. Say that Wouter makes a push to the front. Wouter of Moon Riders. Van Bears from Racia Racing in there as well. Casper here down there, bro. Tomasz Poniatowski from Moon Riders, so there's a good showing for Moon Riders here in this front pack. Melville just pushing on hard there into this corner, sharp corner. Did take the racing line into that corner, but that movement has just stirred the pack, led to some accelerations. Rasmus Felbel goes off the front there. Rasmus from ECKD, Cycle Club Denmark. Stretching the field there. More gap opening up. One of the Pedalers riders, Doug Hart, getting across. Been closed down, but it is stringing it out. Eighteen, 19 riders in this front pack, and then it's a big gap back to the remainder of the field. This is a route that Dave rides in real life. He has a real life West London cycling club as well, and if you're in the area you can join up and he'll do organised rides, I think most Sundays. Matthias is just saying that it's astonishing the amount of participants in Plain Summer and Go Wooter. Dave puts a phenomenal amount of time into publicising and promoting these events. Really is a very active event organizer in RGT, and he keeps his events going all year round, which I think helps to keep the participation up. Doesn't have those little breaks where people nip off and test other series and maybe I see James Melville there just jumping forward. Now Wooter goes off the front. These attacks just coming through now. Not much elevation on this circuit, with just slight inclines. Doesn't look like it crosses 1% for the event. Slight incline. Oh, we're up at 2.1 briefly then. Slight incline, just stretching the field out. Distance increasing from front to back. That's just the back of this group. 20 still in this group, but there's 3 there isolated. You're regretting losing the draft there. Come around that corner. It's like it's going to be a big effort here from Poniatowski and his crew there to get back on. We're just going to drift in there. 2 of the Moon Riders still up at the front there. Bears from Rasio Racing, Poniatowski, 20th position with these 3 riders now. Bears. group. No draft there. Pushing 3.5 watts per kilogram with the closest rider 4.6 watts per kilogram. We're at the halfway mark. Yeah, and these riders, there's 3, definitely not making it back onto that lead group. So the group's now down to 17. Back over there. Aaron just coming around the corner, being slightly thrown out by RGT's algorithm there, and finding himself just having to make a bit of an effort to get back on. And Melville and Bowen behind him. Melville pushing 12 watts per kilogram to punch through to the front of the race. One of the TKD riders pushing towards the front there. Doug Hart following. I see all the riders' powers turning red there as Doug Hart takes the lead and continues applying the power. Clace moving towards the front. Asmus Feldbau. Continuing good form. Pushes on. Look at how there are these riders, they're up at 180. Gap now. Ruta Clace and Hjördal push off the front. Doug Hart not seeming to put in the effort in to close them down. Perhaps tactical here, the gap's open, 36 metres. Hjördal and Clace together. Still 5.3 kilometres left to go. It's likely this break will make it through to the end, but Doug Hart's not pushing. Maybe waiting for some of the other riders to put in an effort here to close this down. You see them, Feldbau bounces off the front. He's going for it. And all these other riders under stress. Feldbau, Vanna and check on move up to the 2 riders in the lead. And Arhen goes with them. A little bit of further selection going on here. The strong group at the front now. Not clear enough to eliminate catch, but it's looking more and more like the winner is going to come from this front group of 4. Sorry, 5. Banner's in there as well. Arhen just making it into the group, but the way that he covered that, he was either saving himself or he's just struggling matching the power of these riders. Arhen's heart rate there up at 196. And instantly Chechon there struggling from Team ADR, and Arhen 197, 195, going deep into the red here, deep into the high heart rate zones to stay with this group. The gap now back to Doug Hart, Mark Rowbottom. It could be the hopes and dreams of the Ratio Racing team fading away here. Arhen, valiant attempt, but he's just losing the draft now, and with that, losing this group. Heart rate of 196. Heart rate very individual for each individual rider, but personally that sort of level of heart rate unsustainable for me. Is Arhen there, you saw his power just drop down to 0. He's back on it, he's back pushing. His heart rate's coming down now. Perhaps just pushing within himself and waiting for the chase group to catch him. Back up the front here, we've got Hyrdal, Chechon, Feldbal, Claes and Banner there, grouped together. And we'll see who's going to make the finish line. I'm going to have a guess that Feldbal's going to go from about 2 kilometers out with a long, hard drive to the finish line. Sorry about the camera just passing through the scenery there. I was just grabbing a mouthful of coffee and took my mouse hand away from its camera work. Woods Claes off the front there. Check Woods out, his heart rate 169. Wow. Now, I was not expecting when I flipped the camera around there to see those riders behind us. Feldbal goes off the front. 2 kilometers to go. Feldbal pushes, eases instantly, but we're back up to a group of 10 now. Ollie Payne just saying there's no time for coffee. I'm sorry, Ollie. As Silva has now joined the group and pushes into first position. 1.74 kilometers to go. Group of 10, but once again fragmenting almost as soon as it's come back together. Place, second position, marking the wheel of Silva. Slight incline now all the way into the finish line. Road more or less straight now. A couple of little wiggles in the last 100 meters. Silva with Doug Hart and Feldbal now push forwards. Melville managing to make it into this group now. Good strong group of 8. That 2 riders instantly dropped off the back were Tom Gates and Cervelo. In the last 800 meters now, as Silva continues to apply the power. Hyrdal on his wheel is giving everybody a good strong run out here. Silva. See explosive sprints here. Silva's at 7.3 watts per kilogram. Followed closely by Hyrdal and Feldbal. And here goes Feldbal. Feldbal pushing through to the front. Brings with him Hjördal. 350 meters to go. Feldbal with Hjördal. Hjördal on his wheel. Claes is coming through. And Claes powers up. Opens a small gap, 11 watts per kilogram. Claes off the front, being closed down by Chechon. Chechon just leaving it slightly too late. Claes is going to be over the line. Chechon, Feldbal, Hjördal, Silva. Followed by Vanna and Doug Hart, 7th position. Melville comes through in 8th. Tom Gates on his big Buffalo bike, 9th position. And then we have Cervelo, Mark Rowbottom, 10th and 11th. And Aaron, who did so well to hang with that front group and really put himself into the red, comes over in 12th position, followed by McAlpine. Dickerson, South Africa and New Zealand rider, comes over in 14th. Pedersen, 15th. Tim Cook coming over in 16th position. And just a few messages coming through on the chat. We've got Oliver Payne. And it's a great last 5 kilometres it was. I was expecting that lead group to have kept away. It was a strong group of 5. The Melville group closed them down as Van Beers comes over in 17th. And Ned Bowen over in 18th. Ned, who I had suspected would have been in that front group and challenging for the win. Thomas Poniatowski racing with Van Beers there. Poniatowski comes over in 19th, takes place from Van Beers, and Stain, the other rider from South Africa, New Zealand, comes over in 21st. The Oliver from NZ Bro battling here with Janssens. Oliver leading out Janssens. But another rider is Mike Warren coming through now. Mike Warren on the line. Mike Warren comes through. Wow, fast, close pack there. Mike Warren just taking the place from Janssens. Janssens managed to hold off Oliver, and then we've got Jackson, Bjork, Ide, Visser, and Østensen. Beal all coming through so close together there. Paul Padel with Buckley. Buckley chasing down Padel here. Go for an aerial view on this finish, I think. Stay away from the lines. Pudel leading Buckley out on this last little section. And Buckley goes. Buckley puts it all on the line. 80 meters to go. Pudel's been dragging him along for a little bit there, and he drops Pudel. Pudel comes through in 32nd position. Smits in 33rd. Looking to be safe on the challenges behind of Nunes and Shields. And Matthias Fischbach just saying congratulations to Wouter on a fantastic race. Smits comes over the line, 33rd. Nunes just trying to hold off Shields there. Shields looks like the time there. Sprint better than Nunes. They come over the line and just pit Nunes there to 34th position. Nunes forced back into 35th. We have Walters, Allsop, and Mike Aid here. Mike Aid pushes forward, comes through into the lead. Takes the place from Walters. Walters just holding off Allsop there. Nirth in 39th position. Nirth rolling home in 39th in a time just over 6 minutes, I think. But in case you didn't notice earlier on, I'm sure I mentioned it, these races are organised by Dave Morrison. Dave Morrison, who is the West London cycling.com. Just coming up, as I was saying it then, at westlondoncycling.com. Organised fortnightly, and they're really well attended races. If you're looking to get into virtual racing, and they're a good event to take part in. They normally have upwards of 50 riders in them, so there's a good challenge, and as you can see, the field's quite spread out. There is a challenger for everyone. It's not one of those races where you have an elite pack that just flies off and then there's a few stragglers at the back. There is a good mix of races who take part, as we see Duran coming through in 40th and Gilmore coming through in 41st, and Young now just coming through in 42nd. Gaunt, who I think possibly the first lady racer, coming through in 43rd position. And PHH in 44th. Wearing the Proximus kit. Rob TCC. And the GC Racing, and I think it might be a best of, are available on the rgtdb.com website. 45th with G Rob. There's no www, it's just rgtdb.com. Just stopping my rider or he crosses the line and we lose the live feed. We are Snell through racing with Jessica there. Jessica together, coming to the line, 1.47 kilometers still to go. Pacing each other. Now enjoying the draft here from Jessica. Oh, at the moment they're only saving 1 watt. Drafting 16, 17 watts there. Under the Flamme Rouge. Just having to fly them to keep on Jessica. Line in front, we can see battle between Snell and Jessica here. Or are they going to be holding hands as they cross the line together? Meters to go. Jessica now going in a burst for the line. Snell responding. Snell got a little bit more power at this moment in time. Jumping in again, 56, 60 watts draft saving off the wheel of Snell. Flies past and takes the position from Jessica after Jessica has given them the drafting for that. That period as we got Van der Laan now. Jan van Oudenaard is just coming through in the chat saying the attack at 5 to 6 kilometers to go was brutal and it was good racing all. Yeah, there was some severe attacks there. Rasmus Felbal, now we've seen him race, he puts in good strong digs and keeps the racing nice and animated, but some good racing from all this evening. Place was coming through and lighting things up, and James Melville in from the back of the pack with a 12 watt per kilogram sprint at one moment, keeping everybody on the toes. Van der Laan, gate position. A few dropouts this evening. Litsky and Espinosa. 50 and 51st position when they've dropped out. Only 100 meters left to go. No heart rate monitor for Van der Laan, but they've got a cadence of 92, which is a good fast cadence. Now just tailing off at the moment. Taking a breather. I hope you've enjoyed the stream tonight. I hope you've enjoyed following this racing, quite fast and frenetic for the front group. little bit easier to keep track as we went a bit further down the field and the pace got slightly slower, a bit more forgiving. Been good to cover this race. We used to cover the West London cycling series quite frequently. A big break from it. We've been covering the PRT races almost exclusively, and time at the moment to go back over and cover some of the races that we used to cover times gone by. Nice to bring a highlight to some of the events that have been running for a long time on the RGT platform. So we will probably be back with West London in a fortnight. Van der Laan comes over the line, and before very long the PRT Thursday night handicap races will be back underway, and we'll be covering those. I hope you've enjoyed the stream tonight and enjoy watching your favourite riders come over the line, and we'll catch you next time on VCM.